Welcome band students. Today I'm going to be going over this year's jazz band audition for our jazz band season. Jazz band is open to any band student in the concert or premier band, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, but you will need to submit an audition online. In this video today I'm going to go over scales and the audition piece. Each student will have to submit a recording of 2 scales and part of the audition piece. All of that's listed inside Google Classroom. And if you look in the description of this video, you'll see chapters for each instrument. And at the end of the video, I'm actually going to show you how to submit the entire audition on an audio recording to make it easy for you. So enjoy this part of the video. For the scales, you will be using a scale sheet that has 5 scales on it. You will only need to record 2. The first part of this video is going to be me playing a few scales on the different instruments. So we're going to start with the flute. I'm going to name the scale that I'm going to play on flute, but I'm going to put the concert pitch over here so you'll be able to see if you play another instrument what scale you would play on that instrument. Now, not all instruments are going to have that, but a big popular thing for band instruments is the concert B flat, so I'll probably play that on trumpet. So let's start with the flute scale. Let's do it on D. All right, so concert D for flutes. That would be an E scale on the trumpet, which you probably wouldn't play, but for alto saxophones, that would be a B. Tenor saxophones, that would be an E. So I'll play that scale just so you can kind of get an idea. Do do ba do ba do ba do ba do. All right, here we go. We'll start on 94. 1, 2, ready. Okay, so that's the scale followed by the arpeggio. I'll go down to concert F. Here's what you would play if you were playing another instrument for the concert F scale. Here's the list. 1, 2, ready. And we'll do everybody's favorite, B flat, concert B flat. And you would play this note starting on that. Clarinets and trumpet, I think you're on a C. Okay. Here we go, concert B flat. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we're going to switch. We'll get out the trumpet. Okay. Play some of these on the trumpet. I have my own trumpet sheet. All right, so we're going to play the concert B flat on trumpet, which is a C scale. Okay, so I'll put that here. Once again, we're on concert B flat, but this is the trumpet C. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll go to the concert A flat scale. For trumpet, that's a B flat, and here's all the instruments they would play. Okay, now obviously your scale sheet only has 5 scales, so you're going to pick 2 scales at work. You can play along with this video just to get the rhythm, okay? But we're going to do trumpet starting on a B flat, which is the concert A flat scale. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And you notice that D flat on the trumpet, you're really supposed to pull out your valve slides to make that lower. If you heard my D flat, it sounded kind of sharp. That's probably why. Okay, so that's pretty much basic with the scales, okay? Obviously, if you're a piano player, play them with 2 hands. I don't have 2 hands available right now because I'm holding on to a trumpet, but That's what's expected there. Saxophone scales. I decided to add some saxophone scales to this video for you saxophone players. I'm going to be playing these on the alto sax. The first scale I'm going to play is the G scale. This is the concert B flat scale. So if you're playing another instrument, you can play along with this. Remember, tenor saxophones, you would start on a C, but baries, you would start on a G. All right, and we are going to swing these. All right, let's get our metronome set at 100 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, ready. And for the next scale, I'm going to play the saxophone D scale, which is the concert F scale. And this one goes up pretty high. This goes up to the high D on the saxophone, which is this note with the octave key. Okay? Tenor saxophones, you will play this on a G. Baries will also play it on a D. Let's get our metronome set.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, ready. All right, now we're going to move on to the alto saxophone audition. If you are a tenor saxophone player, you can watch this section. A lot of the notes are the same, and the audition is going to be the same length, okay? So I'm going to be asking you to play, if you're an alto, the beginning through measure 38, okay? And we have some notes in the beginning. We're going to listen to them with some of those squiggles.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you see a half note followed by a half note, and then you have that little squiggle. The squiggle doesn't mean you're going to transition slowly. You're going to transition right before the next half note, and in the next measure, you're going to transition right before that quarter note. So we have a B to a G, and then a B flat to a G. What notes are in between B and G on the saxophone? You have B flat, A flat. So you have 3 notes in between, and you're going to play those 3 notes. B, B flat, A flat, G. Okay, you're going to play those notes in between, and you're going to make that glissando. Okay, remember we're in that swing feel, so that A and G, and we're not going. All right, we want to get that swing feel, and then at measure 4, okay, and then we're swinging these notes, pick up to 17. I always tell my students to play B flat this way, A with the side key. Okay, and you just have that over and over, and the last G is that staccato. Okay, and then at pick up to 25, remember we're going to F sharp. Okay, and I picked alto 2 because alto 2 has the descending chromatic line at 29. D, E is the pickup, and then we do F natural, E, E flat, D, C, D flat, C, B. So it just goes down chromatically, starting at 29. And then if you swing it, okay? Now, the B flat to B, it just goes right back up, and then we do D, E, pick up to 31. We do the same thing again at 31, 32, but then at 33 we start on E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, G, B flat, D, E, and then 35 is very similar to 29 and 31. Okay, so we're going to play all of that up to 38. Okay, so beginning to 38, yes, there is a long rest at 5. I just want you to count through. You can use your numbers, you can say it out loud. Does not matter to me, but use the track that starts at the beginning that we listened to earlier.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 9, 10, 2, 11, 2, 3, 4. All right, great job going through this part of the audition. If you want to see how I record it all with the computer, I do that at the end of this video. So good luck. All right, moving on to trumpet audition. For this audition, I'm going to have all trumpets play trumpet 2 because this is where the chromatic notes happen at 29. And I'm going to ask all the trumpet players to record from the beginning all the way through the end of 38. All right, and remember to swing those eighth notes. In the beginning, we're not going... That's not what I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear those swung eighth notes. Now, if you're playing along with the recording, which I suggest, you are going to hear a lot of rests, and I will be playing through it in a few minutes. But let's go through these notes. We're playing lots of E's at 17. 3, 4. Listen to the second note. And then I switch. Back to E. Okay, so I'm going between the two notes, but the second note is shorter because it has a staccato note, and I'm swinging them. Do-bop, do-bop, okay? And then at 24, we'll bring in the note after beat 3. Okay? And then we have pick up to 29. Let's go through these notes. G, A, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, same as F sharp, F, E, E flat, E. So it's a chromatic run down, and then we go slightly back up with the E flat, E. And you'll notice, pick up to 33, we went G, A, and then A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, and then C, E flat. So that's going to change a little bit. And then we go on. We play 35s the same as 29 and 31. And then 37, 38 is the tag out. And we played that earlier at 25, 26. So I'm going to play this all with the recording. Remember, I'm using the recording that has the full track with the count off because we're starting at measure 1, okay? So you'll hear 2 measures of count off.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3. Feel free to count out loud. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here's 17. 2, ready. Switch. Back up. Okay, great. If you want to see me record the entire audition, I'm going to do that at the end of this video on a specific instrument. If not, good luck with your audition. Thank you. All right, for the trombone audition, I'm going to be asking trombone players to play the beginning of the judge all the way through to 38, and this is the trombone 2 part because it has the chromatic notes. Chromatics are fun on trombone though. If you're a baritone player, you're going to have to use a lot of your fingers. Make sure you know what fingers you're supposed to play, okay? So we are going to start at the beginning. We need to swing these 8th notes. And in case you're like, well, what does it sound like when it's not swinging? No, we do not want that. No, we do not want that. That's not correct. So at measure 3, you're going 1, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 1, okay? And make sure you get down to that 6th position note at 4. Okay, at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That rhythm you're going to play over and over, and it comes in after beat 1, 3, 4. I'm listening for the correct rhythm. I'm also listening for articulation. I don't want to hear blah, 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 blah. Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. All right, and in jazz, if I was going to count them in jazz, ba-do, 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 okay? But I want that articulation on the ta, okay? And that last note needs to be staccato, okay? I am going to play through all this in a minute, but I'm just going through some of the notes. At 13, we're on 2nd position to 4th. Okay, so at 14, we're on 4, 5, 1, and then 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that sounds great. All right, and that's going to be the same thing at 25 through 28. Now, 29, this is the chromatic section I was talking about. Well, I'm just going to play a little bit, then I'll explain the positions. So we're going down chromatically, and if you know anything about the trombone, the chromatic notes are in order in numbers. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, that's exactly what I just played. And then at 33, it changes though. We start on the 4th position, G. Okay, so we're going 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5. And then we go back up at 35. It's the same notes at 29. So you want to play them. You want to make sure you have them right. And then at 37 and 38, this is just the ending tag of that section. Okay? All right, so let's play this with the track. You're going to use the track that says the judge from the beginning. Full track with count off. That's what it's called.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Beginning to, right. All right, there are a lot of notes playing in there. I would say I got 85% of those chromatic notes in there, but you just want to get those, you want to get that swing feel, and I need to hear that you have the potential to make this piece amazing, okay? So I want you to do your best on this audition. If not every note's perfect, still submit an audition, trombone, baritone, anybody who's playing a low brass instrument. I look forward to hearing your audition. If you want to see me record the entire thing, I'm going to do that at the end of the video on the trombone, okay? So you can see me use the program and whatnot, all right? So good luck with your audition. Thank you. All right, for the flute playing of the piece, The Judge, you are going to have your piece up. You can have it on Google Classroom or you can have a paper copy. And I'm going to be asking you to play two different sections. This is going to be the pickup to 29, and on the second page, the pickup to 62 to the end. Now remember, you can use the audio tracks I put inside Google Classroom. I have one that starts at 27, which is about 7 beats before you start playing. I'm going to play through it with that audio track now, and then I'll do that for the end. For flutes, this section is mainly Fs, Gs, and B flats, and you want to swing these 8th notes. You'll hear me as I play it. Here's 27.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so that's the first section. You heard me play a lot of B flats in a row. But there's certain staccato notes you do want to separate from the note that follows it. There's a staccato note in 29, and then there's 2 staccato notes at 30. Okay, and you want to make sure you have those staccato and they're separated from the note after it. Feel free to listen to that part again and practice along with it. On the second page or the back of your flute part, pick up to 62. We're using a lot of A natural. We play in B flat, then there's some A flat at measure 65, back to A natural. We're just going to hold that out until I just nod off. All right, so this track starts at measure 60. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
62. Okay. You obviously can hold it as long as you need to. So I suggest practicing both of those parts a lot, and I do suggest when you record playing along with this track or playing along with a metronome. The metronome marking is 130 beats per minute. You can watch the end of the video for when I show you exactly how to record beginning to end. For the clarinet portion of the jazz band audition. Now clarinets aren't always in jazz bands, but in jazz band I always like to include the clarinets. For this piece specifically, The Judge, I actually wrote out clarinet 1 and clarinet 2, and I usually use the tenor sax parts. So this is tenor 1. I'm going to be playing clarinet 1 today. I like all my audition clarinet students to play over the break, so I specifically picked something that has over the break. Now we're going to start with 2 sections today, pick up to 29 through 38, and then we're going to do the end of the song, pick up to 62 to the end. Now I'm going to use 2 different practice tracks. I'll go through them after I show you the notes, okay? So for clarinet, at 28, picking up to the 29, we're playing G, A, then B flat, A flat, G flat, which is F sharp, F, E flat, E. And then we play it again. So listen. And I'll play it again. Okay? And then when we pick up to 33, it's 1 step lower, 1/2 step lower. A flat, G flat, F, E flat, C, E flat. Okay, so a little bit lower notes. And then at 35, we go back to the notes we played at 29 and 31. And then we have the little tag at the end of 37. All right, I'm going to go over the notes at 62, and then I'm going to play both of those sections like I would if I was auditioning, okay? 62, we are playing over the break. We're going to start with the high C. This is the way I play high C. And then I add my left pinky for B natural, 2 B naturals, D, no pinkies, B natural again, then G, and then A, C, A, then C, B, B, D, B, G, A, C, A, B flat, then we go back to B, B, D, B. And then at the end, G, A, C, D, C, E flat. This is the pinky we use for E flat, D, C. And then we play and hold out that D at the end. So I'm going to play this slowly, pick up the 62. 1, 2, ready. Alright, we're going to try this with the metronome so we can splice in the right notes if need be. Alright. We're going to play this slowly at metronome 196 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3.
Pick up to 62.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, and you can hold that out for as long as you want. I'm not going to hold it out as long as the recording. All right, so now I'm going to play both sections with the recording. I have 2 different recording tracks to use. For the first one, you're going to use the track that starts with measure 27. That gives you a 2-measure lead in. Okay, so we're looking for the judge 27 to the end.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to play the ending section. You'll pick up the track, the judge 60 to the end, because we want to do 2 measures before we play that section at 62. Here it is. Starting on the C.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3. All right. Good job working this clarinet part. I wish you the best in your audition for clarinet. If you want to see me record the entire audition, I'm going to do at the end of this video with a specific instrument, and you can see how I just put that recording together. I wish you the best. If you're auditioning, good luck. All right, for the piano part of this audition, I have a few students interested in piano, so I wanted to include this in this video. I'm only going to ask for the beginning through to about 17, and then I'm going to ask for the end of the song, 62 to the end. So you'll be able to use some of the tracks to play with that. There are some chord voicing for comping. I'm not going to ask any of that. I just want to hear you play the chord every beat 1. I just want to hear that you can keep the time and feel the beat. So at measure 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we go, every measure we start a chord, measure 7, measure 8, here's measure 9, switching it, making sure you have the right voicing in the left hand, back to the right, E flat, now the F chord, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we just want to make sure that's in unison, the E flat, E, F. And then at the end of the song, this is the only spot where there's a lot of cool voicings that are written out, and I want to hear that you were able to learn this and play the notes correctly. So we're playing the F7 chord with the E flat and the bass at 62. So I'm going to play this with the tracks. I'm just going to use my phone for this because my laptop already died. And we're going to start at the beginning with the full track for the first part of the piano audition. Here we go.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Ready, and. Gets us to 17. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the judge track that's 60 to the end, and then we're going to play at 62.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Here's 60, 62. I like to add the little low note at the end. So for the piano audition, don't forget to play your scales in both hands and then play both of these sections. They can be one audio file or they can be 3 separate audio files, but make sure they're uploaded to Google Classroom, and good luck with the audition. All right, the last instruments I haven't really worked with in this video. This is for our rhythm section people, our drum set, our bass player, our guitar player. I have a lot of people interested in drum set. For the drum set audition, you should have a copy of the piece. I'd like you to play the first page all the way through, if you can, through 41, so the top of the second page a little bit with that fill there. And I just want you to play along with the recording. I want to hear your swing beat. I want to hear you put some of those accents in there. Obviously, if you listen to it, you're like, the drummer isn't doing exactly what's written on here, and that's perfectly fine. I want you to try to play this. If you're wondering, the little X's on the top, they're cymbals, okay? And then you have the bass drum on the bottom, you have the snare drum in the middle, okay? And it's all about feeling this. Feeling that shuffle feel at measure 5, okay? And you're going to do that a lot. Just remember, it's 15, 16. We have to go with the band. Boom, okay? You want to make sure you get that feel. So you're going to play all the way through that, beginning through to the end of measure 40. And I'd like to hear about 30 seconds of a rock beat. Rock beat does not need to be played to a specific song. I just want to be able to hear. Just don't play the beat. Add some fills in there, but try to keep a steady tempo. If you want to take 120 beats per minute, you want to take 140, or you want to go down to 100, that's up to you. Now, if you're a guitar or bass player, I suggest you play the first half of the first page, okay? If you're taking guitar lessons, you should check with your guitar teacher how to play these chords. And the guitar part in the beginning, it's a lot of slashes where you're just supposed to play the chords. Make sure you're playing the correct chord voicing on that guitar, and then you get the rhythm in measure 3. Do, 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 do. Okay? And then at measures 5, you're playing on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. All right? And if you're a bass player, I'd like you to play the bass line all the way from measure 1 through to the end of measure 28. So guitar and bass, I would say beginning to measure 28, play that, okay? If for some reason I mentioned an instrument that is not mentioned in this video, please message me in Google Classroom and I will make sure I get that audition information out to you. Good luck, drummers and guitar players. At this time, I'm going to record the audition on the computer, and I'm going to use my phone as the background. for the audio track. Now, if you only have one device at home and you want to record on that, that's fine. You just won't be able to play with a backing track. I want to make sure that I have the backing track on. So I'm going to pull this up. We're looking for the judge in my Google Classroom. All right, great. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to play the two scales, okay? So we're looking at our scale sheet. Here we go. And the scales can be any tempo, all right? And remember, if you don't know what website to go to record, I have a video on that too. I'm just going to type in voice recorder in Google. Okay. And the first hit is going to be the online voice recorder. That's the program I use. The screen will look something like this. Okay, it has a little red microphone button on there. All right, and I'm going to hit the button to record. Anytime you want to stop the recording, you need to allow your computer to access, and then, all right, here it goes. You can just press pause, and then this way you can keep recording. So I just started the recording, then I hit pause. I'm going to play two scales. We're going to start with the concert B flat scale on the trombone. 1, 2, ready. If you feel good about that scale, you're going to move on to the next scale. The second scale I'm going to play is the concert F scale, starting in 6th position F. Ready. All right, and then you're going to pause your recording again. Then you're going to get ready for your solo section. So the recording should just be in the middle. It should be around 1 or 2 minutes right now. You're just paused. And then you're going to come over and you're going to tell me the measures and the part you're going to play. So I'm playing trombone 2. Let me unpause this. Trombone 2 of the judge, the beginning through measure 38.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
All right, and if you're satisfied with that recording, you'll hit pause or you'll just hit stop. Now, if you record it and then you accidentally keep recording, at the end when you hit stop, you can trim some of it off. If you can't seem to record all of it at one time, you record the scales in one file and then record the solo in another file. Make sure once you hit stop, you hit the button save. That will save the file, and then you need to upload them to Google Classroom. So I wish everyone who's watched all the way through to this part of the video the best with their jazz band audition. I look forward to a great jazz band season. Please make sure this gets in by the due date. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. Have a great day and happy practicing.